Hi guys, long time no see. This lecture is about your oral report presentation on an author of your choice. The first thing I want to say is that I've modified it a little bit. I'm going to ask you, if you haven't already started it, to pick an author different from your midterm essay. That way we get to explore more authors collectively. These are going to be due April 15th. And the reason I'm putting it at April 15th is because next week is spring break. That's a good reason. After spring break and after the author presentations are done, we will proceed to our last 4 readings, last 4 posts, conversations, videos, fact sheets, and I'll be doing lectures about all of that. Harlem Renaissance is coming, so I'm very excited, as is realism and modernism. We have got lots of cool stuff to explore. I will also be working toward the end of April to get the prompt for the A project up and running so that those of you who want A's can start working on that project as well. So back to the author presentation. 4 things to know. Firstly, pick a new author if possible that we haven't ever discussed. This should be somebody who lived and wrote between 1860, the Civil War era, and 1999. That's the cutoff. It has to be 1860 to 1999. That gets us from the Dark Romantics, Poe and Hawthorne, through realism and modernism. Very excited to see who you guys pick and what you find. Second thing, you're going to actually upload to the assignment category both your PowerPoint as well as your reflection. That is 160 points of the 200 points possible for this project. The 40 points for your author's fact sheet will be a discussion board post whereby you give us the information, your wow passage, a picture, a little bit of an explanation as to why you picked this author. That's why I want you to pick somebody that you haven't done already. Hopefully we find some new ones that are interesting and unheard of. So here is what your presentation must include. The PowerPoint, let's start there. At least 10 slides. It should offer me a brief biography, interesting facts, and perhaps a link to a 5-minute video or bio. I'd like you to tell me about their placement or participation within the context of America's history. Tell me what they contributed, how they were influenced, what they affected. Identify their specific literary time period. Are they romantic? Are they realism? Are they modernism? Are they transcendentalists? Tell me who the author was before them and also after them. Perhaps who inspired them and who did they later inspire. I'm interested in the scope, purpose, and genre of the writing. I'd remind you that Leaves of Grass set out to be a political masterpiece, a hurricane, if you will, that devastated old philosophies and created new ones. I'd also ask, when you're doing this, that you really dig and see what people had to say about them, not just your own viewpoint. You need to have a sample passage that's wow-worthy, good or bad, and an explanation about how or why their time, culture, and evolution as a writer influenced society, what made it so, both then and now. The wow passage. Is it great now and was kind of shitty back then, or vice versa? In addition to the PowerPoint or Prezi that you're going to submit to me for a grade, you need to provide to the discussion board for the class an info sheet. The handout or post should include the author's picture, 5 points of bibliographic information, the wow-worthy passage with its explanation, and a printout /upload downloadable file for the class to take with them. The last component to this presentation is a 1-page reflection written to me explaining why you chose this new author. What about them or their writings captivated you? How do you see their impact or importance on art, literature, and politics? And include proper MLA heading, author's name, and any necessary citation that you used. Now you'll notice this presentation then is pretty close to the reflection you did for your midterm, who you didn't pick and who you did. So here's my suggestion. The 2 authors that you did not pick one of those for this presentation. Really get to know their work so that when you walk away from it, you're an expert not on one person, but on 2 or 3. I am posting this lecture along with all of the necessary links and directions. There's also a sample of an uploaded info sheet that past classes have done. Have a great spring break, and I'll be checking in with you throughout the week. Stay safe, stay away from people. Have a great holiday.